biggest Super Bowl memory I have is when James Harrison caught an interception against the Cardinals and returned it for 90-something yards. And one of my favorite hobbies is surfing. And when I'm surfing in Laguna Beach, I'm just to myself with a few boys, and it's like really relaxing.
Leonard Williams busting through.
Yes, my celebrity crush is Ronda Rousey, and she's a beast.
And a reminder that nobody knows the game like a coach.
You mean a quarterback?
Join host Adam Shine, Rich Gannon,
Yes.
Steve Berline, and Trent Green when NFL Monday QB, delivered by FedEx, returns tomorrow at a special time. That'll be 5 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. All right, time now for the NFL Today picks delivered by FedEx. As we quickly remind everyone, Bart Scott was our champion last year, so he gets a bye right here, right now. All right, that sets up Coach versus Boomer. We begin with the Ravens at the Broncos. Hey, the Broncos with Peyton Manning at the helm, undefeated in season openers at 3-0.
You hungry, Coach?
Yeah, I am.
You're going to stay hungry because I'm going to eat your lunch right here. You told me how great the Ravens are going to be this year. I was going to pick the Broncos, but now I'm going for the Ravens because you convinced me in the previous segment that the Ravens are the real deal.
Yeah, they can shut down the run, but do you know that Peyton Manning's got Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, and Latimer? So look for the Denver Broncos to win this game at home.
We got it.
I like the
Colts
defense.
and the Bills are up next. Bills looking to end the NFL's longest playoff drought, 16 years.
I know everybody's on the Colts to go to the Super Bowl. I am not. I think this is a tough spot for Andrew Luck. This defense is going to be coming at him every which way. You know, Rex Ryan loves the blitz. I think Rex gets his first victory in front of 80,000 screaming lunatics up there.
We talked about Frank Gore coming to them this year. I think it gives them balance. They got too many weapons right now on the outside. I like the Indianapolis Colts.
Right.
Seahawks, Rams. Seahawks looking to become the first team since the Buffalo Bills to reach 3 straight Super Bowls.
You know, I like Jimmy Graham, right? I mean, with seeing him in a Seattle Seahawks uniform.
Yes, that's a storyline. We both like Seattle.
And I love Fred Jackson going back there right now with Marshawn Lynch, that combination. I like him over now.
I do. I get to not take Nick Foles against the Seahawks right now, no.
Top 2 draft picks, of course, this will be the case with the Titans at the Buccaneers.
I'm going to take Jameis Winston and the Buccaneers. I think this is, you know, a big player waiting to happen. I think they will protect him against Ray Horton and Dick LeBeau and all those blitzes. Keep it simple. Let the kid show you his arm.
And I like Marcus Mariota in this game because I think he can do a lot of things with his feet. And you're going to there's going to be a lot of blitzing coming from the Tennessee Titans.
Now, Boomer said earlier that he thought Jameis will be holding the ball too long. Huh?
No, but they're going to simplify for him. He's going to be fine today. Super Bowl picks.
Super Bowl pick. Well, you know what? Last year I picked the Seattle Seahawks to get to the Super Bowl. I was correct. And I'm going to pick them again. Okay? But the other team that I know none of you guys are thinking about, I'm talking about the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are going to the Super Bowl this year.
Wrong. I'm the champ. I'm the champ for a reason. I tell you what, the Dallas Cowboys, they paid attention on the other side of the ball. Defense, Greg Harding, Randy Gregory, Sean Lee. They get it done against Denver.
You know, listen, everybody's forgetting about the Green Bay Packers. Because Jordy Nelson got hurt, I can understand that. Aaron Rodgers is taking his team to the Super Bowl, and it's going to be Peyton Manning and the Denver
I think it's absolutely ridiculous for picking Super Bowl winners before the first game. But if I have to pick one, I'm going to say New England Patriots. I like what I saw from them, and I like the Philadelphia Eagles, and I said that earlier.
I was so hoping you would say that, Coach. All right, folks.
Joke.
And don't forget to follow along and see all of our weekly picks. Go to cbssports.com/picks. Hey, kickoff is only a few minutes away, but right now, let's give a listen to our guy, Tony's guy, J.J. Watt, leading the squad.
Let's go out there today and put all that together. This 53, this brotherhood right here. Let's lay it all on the line and go get that W. Let's go. Nobody comes into our house. Texas on 3. 1, 2, 3, Texas.
At Southwest, we're trying to decide whether or not to have a sale. Heads we don't, tails we do. And tails it is. Book for as low as $73 one way now at southwest.com. With fares this low, you might get flagged for excessive celebration. Southwest is having a sale. Book for as low as $73 one way now at southwest.com.
What are people going to think of our new buttermilk crispy chicken? Let's find out.
It's probably the best sandwich I've ever had. It's super crispy, but it's also really juicy.
So would you guys come back? Yeah, definitely. Well, here's our car. The location is on the back. It's McDonald's? What? What?
Oh, get out
of here. No way.
Wait, seriously?
Try some buttermilk crispy chicken. It's right around the corner at McDonald's. Buttermilk.
FanDuel has definitely changed my Sundays. It's made it a lot more interesting.
FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues are paying $75 million a week with immediate cash payouts and no commitment.
I've deposited a total of $35 on FanDuel and won over $2 million.
Just choose a league, pick your team, and get your cash winnings after Monday night.
It's like the best adrenaline rush ever.
Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code HORSECOLLAR.
We need to replace the microwave cooking device.
Oh, this will cost mass quantities. Commence the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, Bildar, how can I help?
Brent Allen, did we receive savings from our discount double check?
Oh, yeah, a bunch.
This pleases me.
Wait, we're in space. I thought you guys were from France.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there in France. See? France.
Oui.
Save mass quantities with a State Farm discount double check.
Feels good. I'm 7-0 this season.
You auto-drafted. You haven't been in trade all year.
Julio, yeah, he's got a good matchup this week.
We're teammates.
You said it was a good trade.
He got 21 points from his kicker. You're 4-5. I'm just peeking at the right time. That's not peeking.
Without NFL.com fantasy football, what would friends talk about?
I switched to a higher SPF sunscreen. That's cool. Bumped it up to 50.
NFL.com fantasy football. It's fun, it's free, it's easy.
The NFL Today on CBS Sports is presented by Southwest Airlines.
And welcome back, everyone. Now, as we get close to kickoff between the Colts and the Bills, every team gets one more chance to set their lineups as we huddle up, presented by FanDuel. And we take you out now live to Orchard Park with our announcers, Spiro Ditas and Solomon Wilcots. Gentlemen.
All right, JB, here in blustery Buffalo, the most highly anticipated season opener in years is finally here. A Buffalo fan base that has been whipped up into a frenzy. Turns out they're pretty hungry. The party started out here outside the Ralph bright and early. There is Rex Ryan set to begin the latest chapter in his illustrious coaching career, and Andrew Luck already being talked about as a preseason MVP candidate set to take the field. Hi, everyone. So excited to have you with us. Spiro Ditas alongside Solomon Wilcots as the road to Super Bowl 50 on CBS begins right here. The Indianapolis Colts, Solomon, one win away from the Super Bowl last season, and the Bills, the closest they feel like that they've been in a very long time.
What a game, huh? I mean, we have arguably one of the league's best offenses with an impeccable quarterback in Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts, going up against what I believe is one of the league's best defenses in the Buffalo Bills and their new head coach, Rex Ryan. He has all of Western New York abuzz, and this place is going to be rocking today, Spiro.
Well, if there's one person who knows how to make an entrance, it's Rex Ryan. His 6-year run with the Jets ending last December. Started well, those back-to-back trips to the AFC Championship game, and so many similarities between his old team and his new. Solomon, questions at the quarterback position.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor gets his first career start here today. He says he has no time for emotions. According to his coaches and his teammates, he is a quarterback who doesn't look to run first. He wants to make plays with his arms, and he's got to be able to lean on some of the weapons he has around him on this offense, and none other than running back LeSean McCoy. He's been dealing with some hamstring injuries. We spoke to him yesterday. He said he's close to being 100%, but he brings with him an explosive skill set that really has to help this offense to put points on the board. So he's a guy that's capable of making a lot of plays.
Time now to huddle up with FanDuel as we take a look at Charles Clay.
How about big play Charles Clay? He'll ring up your fantasy cash register, and he's got to win the matchup advantage today when he's covered against linebackers and safeties as well. And he's also got to be able to rely on that great Bills defense. Remember, the bedrock of this defense is their vaunted pass rush. They've been pillaging quarterbacks for over the last 2 years, where they had 50 or more sacks in each of the last 2 seasons. Last year, they had 3 of their 4 defensive linemen with 10 or more sacks. Today, they'll be without Marcel Darius, but they're going to have to put pressure on Andrew Luck if they have any chance of winning today's game.
All right, meantime, Chuck Pagano and the Indianapolis Colts, 11 wins last year for a 3rd straight season. They won their 9th division title since 2002, and as always, it begins and ends on the right arm of Andrew Luck.
Yeah, Andrew Luck has got to be able to go out and make plays. He's got all the skill set in terms of his anticipation, arm strength, accuracy. How about his athleticism? And he's got to be able to rely, Spiro, on some great weapons. 2 10-year veterans that have come over to the Indianapolis Colts. How about running back Frank Gore, averaging over 4 yards per carry for 9 consecutive seasons. He'll also have to rely on the talent and the KG veteran of wide receiver Andre Johnson, one of the best receivers in the league over the last decade. Does he still have something left in the tank? You bet. How about our tools to victory? Because T.Y. Hilton, he remains, I think, the go-to wide receiver for Andrew Luck. Last year, he led all wide receivers with the most explosive pass plays. And then second-year wide receiver Sammy Watkins for the Buffalo Bills. He's determined to reward the franchise for investing so much in him during the 2014 draft. Tools for success for Indy is very simple. Get the early lead, and I think it'll help their struggling run defense. And for Buffalo, they must turn a good Andrew Luck into a bad Luck with pressure defense all day long.
Our tools for success presented by Home Depot. 2 teams fully expecting to contend for the AFC crown, set to battle on this, the opening Sunday of the new NFL season. Moving closer to kickoff in Buffalo, you're watching the NFL on CBS.
Go big or go. Touchdown. Oh, boy.
The new comedy Life in Pieces premieres after The Big Bang Theory Monday, September 21st.
Merkley Kendrick Jewelers, serving Louisville since 1832. Your official Rolex jeweler.
We can accomplish great things on our own. But when we come together as a team, we are stronger. We become one. Just like the team at Kentucky One Health. The physicians, nurses, and employees all share one goal: to be the leading healthcare system in Kentucky. I know a great team when I see one. Kentucky One Health, the one name in healthcare.
To navigate any map, you need a legend like Jeep Cherokee, 2015 Four-Wheeler of the Year. Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. And introducing Jeep Renegade, the newest addition to the most awarded SUV lineup ever. Now get an additional $500 bonus cash. Hurry into the Jeep Celebration event. Get 0% financing for 72 months or $3,000 total cash allowance on the 2015 Jeep Cherokee Latitude.
Life is easy here. And now you can make it even easier. Because here, you can get a home equity line of credit from Republic Bank with no closing costs and a 1.99% 12-month fixed interest rate with an ongoing variable rate after that. So you can pay off higher loan rates, manage unexpected expenses, even make a home improvement or two. Apply at your nearest Republic Banking Center today. We're Republic Bank, and it's just easier here.
This is the Ford F-150, and this changes everything.
And so does this. Drive any new 2015 Ford F-150 with 0% financing for 72 months. See your local Ford dealer today.
Wake up with Jennifer Bayless on WLKY Morning News.
Chuck Pagano had the Colts just one win away from the Super Bowl last season. Can he lead them to that final postseason frontier? Today's game being broadcast in Spanish, where available using the SAP button on your television.
Presenting Subway Fresh Buzz. Subway, the official training restaurant of athletes everywhere. The Titans visit the Buccaneers today in a showdown between quarterbacks who were the top 2 players in this year's draft. Tampa Bay selected Jameis Winston first overall, while Tennessee chose Marcus Mariota. Both have veteran receivers, like the Titans' Kendall Wright and the Bucs' Vincent Jackson, as well as athletic ability that can help them get their teams on winning tracks.
What makes a Subway footlong the biggest, bestest sandwich on earth? You do. Because it's all about choice. Your choice. Of freshly baked bread, tender meats, melty cheeses, savory sauces, and your favorite vibrant, colorful veggies. The handcrafted Subway footlong. Nothing bigger, nothing better. In the end, the wrapper may say Subway, but it's got your name all over it. Subway. Eat fresh.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Back with you at Ralph Wilson Stadium. We had intermittent rain throughout the night. Temperatures right around 60 degrees. Feels a lot chillier than that down on the field. And you see the wind. That could be a factor as this game goes on. The 2 coaches, Rex Ryan, 6-year run in New York. Says he's put all that behind him. And today, the curtain rises on the latest chapter of his career, and there is his 54-year-old counterpart, Chuck Pagano, beginning his 4th season as Indianapolis' head coach. Still a sour taste in his mouth at the way last season ended. They'll try to take that first step towards where they're trying to head this season. The quarterbacks, everyone ready, 71,000. Solomon, what a way to start this NFL season here in Western New York.
This place is going to be rocking, and Andrew Luck talked about it. He's got to be able to deal with the crowd noise. I think it's going to be enough to have to deal with Rex Ryan and this Buffalo Bills defense, but this place is going to cause some problems for that Colts offense, and they're going to have to make the adjustments.
They broke a 23-year-old record here for season tickets sold. Jordan Gay set to kick, and there is Tyler Varga, one of the newest members of the Indianapolis Colts, and their number 3 running back. It figures to see the field today with all the injuries that they've had at that running back position. Colts win the toss, they will receive, and we are just about ready. Buffalo and Indianapolis set to begin their 2015 NFL season. Jordan Gay, that booming kick through the back of the end zone, and so Andrew Luck and company will take over from the 20, and here comes Luck, the prodigious 3-year start to his NFL coaching career. Celebrated his 26th birthday yesterday.
Yeah, everyone talks to him about the pressure of having to lead this team through the playoffs and into a Super Bowl, having to come in here into the Ralph with this raucous crowd and be able to deal with this Bills defense. Many of his teammates and coaches, they say that the word pressure is not even in his vocabulary. We'll see how he handles the adversity here today.
Pitch play to Gore on 1st and 10. Gore busts into the outside and tripped up just past that 25-yard line, a pickup of 7. Starters for Indianapolis, who talked about all the weapons that Luck has at his disposal. Up front, Anthony Costanzo rewarded with that contract extension earlier this week, I should say, 4 years, as he will headline that offensive front. And Frank Gore, all-time leading rusher, the linchpin of that San Francisco offense, and their all-time leading runner through his 10-year career. As the injured Buffalo Bill is Corey Graham, the converted safety from that cornerback position. It's certainly not the way that Rex Ryan wanted to start this game.
Yeah, he had to come up and try to get a tackle on Frank Gore. It looked like Frank Gore was going to get a whole lot more out of this, but there you see right there that knee to the helmet. That's where the concussion protocol is going to come into play, because right now you're going to have what's called the ATC. These are unaffiliated team neurologists who are coming out, taking a look at Corey Graham right now, and they're most likely going to pull him out. And this is not up to the team right now to be able to make this decision. It's the unaffiliated team consultant, a trainer, trained neurologist right now. They're going to take him in for concussion protocol.
Graham, the Buffalo native, started Turner Carroll High School here. Broke into the league with the Bears as a 5th-round pick in 2005. And this is the new concussion protocol. You see removed immediately from the field when that player has been identified, something that the league will be keeping very close tabs on throughout this season. 2nd and 3. They mark it just outside the 27. Luck as time throws far side, and it is caught. First reception of the day for T.Y. Hilton. First down pickup as they move the chains for 11 yards.
Well, you can talk about all the new weapons surrounding Andrew Luck, but T.Y. Hilton remains the go-to guy. He's the guy that's going to create big plays. If they can get it going on the outside on the perimeter against this Bills defense, I mean, Frank Gore can have a good day running the ball.
6th in the NFL last season was Hilton with over 1,300 yards receiving. That's the tight end, Dwayne Allen, who picks up the 7th good start for this Indianapolis offense. Meantime, for Buffalo, 9 defensive starters returned from a unit that ranked 4th in the league last season. Preston Brown, their leading tackler. We just saw Graham walk off the field, and Ronald Darby making the start today in that spot that is usually manned by Leotis McKelvin, who still is working his way back from injury. Frank Gore makes the first guy miss, inches closer to the 50. And Solomon, that Bills defense surprisingly on its heels early on.
Yeah, Frank Gore is really going to be the battering ram for the Indianapolis Colts offense. A tough guy to tackle. If he gets to the 2nd level, he could grind your defense all day long.
1st and 10 from midfield. Luck sets up the play action, completes over the middle. It's Allen wide open. There's a penalty marker back behind the line of scrimmage. It's a 27-yard pass play. But it's coming back.
Holding. Offense. Number 62. 10-yard penalty replay. First down.
That's Khalid Holmes, the center, Spiro. You're going to see him. He's working, I think, against Kyle Williams, number 95. You're going to see it right here. Okay, now take a look at, Williams is one of these guys. He can get, look, he's got him beat right now. And so he holds on to Kyle Williams. That was an easy throw for Luck. I think had he not held him, Luck was still going to be able to get rid of the football. They had a huge play over the middle of the field, getting the ball to Allen, the tight end. He was wide open. So the Bills have to tighten up their coverage on the back end. They're going to play good on defense today.
Colts are moving pretty well. Play clock down to 1. And all kinds of flags come in again against Indianapolis.
Start. Offense. Number 60. 5-yard penalty. First down.
The crowd noise is starting to cause problems for this offense, and not as much for the quarterback Andrew Luck as we're seeing now. This crowd creating noise and causing problems for the offensive linemen. They have to protect against a hard-charging Buffalo Bills defensive line, and they're trying to get back in their stance early. They're going to have to exhibit more poise. They're going to play well here today. This is going to be a loud stadium for 4 quarters.
A penalty called against Lance Lewis. First and 25, Gore trying to get some kind of positive yardage, minimal gain. Tackled by Corbin Bryant today, stepping in for Marcel Darius, who's serving that 1-game suspension.
They believe in Corbin Bryant. We talked about big shoes to fill. Marcel Darius awarded that $100 million contract earlier in the week, Spiro, as you mentioned. But when you talk to Kyle Williams, Mario Williams, Jerry Hughes, they like what Corbin Bryant brings to the table. 3-year veteran out of Northwestern. He knows the defense. They believe they can rely on him to make plays.
Well, this is where this Buffalo defense can pin its ears back. 50-plus sacks each of the last 2 years. Second and 23, Luck throws it up. Intended for Hilton, it's incomplete. Excellent coverage on the play by Ronald Darby, the second-round pick and the rookie out of Florida State.
Take a look at it. Look how many Bills defenders are standing up. It makes it hard for them to know who to pick up, who to protect, but yet they still provide some protection for Andrew Luck, allow him to get rid of the ball, even though it's incomplete. Great play by Darby, who was covering T.Y. Hilton on the play, but that's one of those exotic looks, Spiro, that they're going to show this offensive line, and Andrew Luck trying to confuse the protection of the quarterback so they can get a free runner and get a hit on Andrew Luck.
Where does Luck go on 3rd and 23? Far side pass. No signal yet. It's incomplete. Aaron Williams nearly had the pick, as that Buffalo defense will get off the field nonetheless.
And Andrew Luck actually had time. He had some protection. He sort of panicked. He overthrows the intended receiver, Moncrief, and there you see Williams diving for that ball. It did hit the ground, and we saw movement of the ball. They may take a look at it, but I thought the officials nailed it. That ball made contact with the ground, and it moved after making contact. Not sure that Aaron Williams maintained possession after the ball made contact with the ground.
Boy, the Colts drive looked so impressive to start. Then the penalty on Holmes.
That's right.
Penalty on Lewis. And Buffalo's defense able to recover. Pat McAfee, one of the top punters in the NFL. Last year, first team All-Pro. Boots it away. This is Marcus Thigpen, who signals fair catch at around the 26-yard line. 36-yard punt from McAfee as Tyrod Taylor set to make his first career start when we come back.
At Southwest, we're trying to decide whether or not to have a sale. Heads we don't, tails we do. And tails it is. Book for as low as $73 one way now at southwest.com. With fares this low, you might get flagged for excessive celebration. Southwest is having a sale. Book for as low as $73 one way now at southwest.com.
Start the interview with a firm handshake. I know! Don't do that! Try Head & Shoulders Instant Relief. It cools on contact and also keeps you 100% flake-free. Try Head & Shoulders Instant Relief for cooling relief in a snap.
Nexium 24-hour. It's the purple pill, the #1 prescribed acid-blocking brand, available without a prescription for frequent heartburn. Get complete protection. Nexium Level Protection.
If you're the band Europe, you love a final countdown. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
You're up to something. Eddie's gonna want some answers. Bring him in by force if necessary.
He is completely off the grid.
Why don't you know the facts?
You step off.
Don't even think about it. The season premiere of NCIS LA, Monday, September 21st.
Tyrod Taylor, last 4 years as Joe Flacco's backup in Baltimore, making his first start since the Senior Bowl, his last year at Virginia Tech in January of 2011. And Matt Cassel, how about this start? Wildcat, you see Taylor in motion at the top of your screen. They fake to Taylor. This is LeSean McCoy, and that Colts defense was not fooled. Kendall Langford, the 8th-year vet, able to rack up McCoy for a loss of 6. Starters offensively for Buffalo, this was a front that struggled last year. Richie Incognito signed in early February, just 2 days after the Super Bowl. First game action for him since he served that suspension in 2013. And LeSean McCoy, 6 incredible seasons as Philadelphia's all-time leading rusher. Taylor under center for the first time on 2nd and 16. Little screen pass. This is McCoy. Plenty of real estate. First down run as he stumbles across the 40. Pickup of 20. Mike Adams, the safety on the tackle for Indianapolis.
We told you in our open that you had to get the ball to Shady McCoy. Look at him coming out of the backfield here. The poise of Tyrod Taylor. He finds him, stays with him. He's wide open. You can't forget about LeSean McCoy. He's too good in space, and you have to, I think, be able to cater your defense to making sure he doesn't get to the next level.
McCoy dealing with a hamstring pull since August 18th. Says that he is very close to full strength. 1st and 18 from the Buffalo 41. This is McCoy. And wrapped up that run defense, a sore point for Indianapolis over the past couple of years. Another loss of a yard. Defensive starters, 2 rookies starting for the Colts. First time in their 32-year history that that's happened. 2 rookies on that D-line in a season opener. Trent Cole coming over from Philadelphia, ex-teammate, of course, of LeSean McCoy, and Darius Butler, who started 4 games last year, starting today in place of the injured Greg Toller, who's out today with a neck injury. 2nd and 11. Taylor, quick drop out of the gun, completes near side. It is caught. That's Percy Harvin. And these two, Solomon, did not have much of a chance to work in the preseason. Harvin did not play as he dealt with that hip injury.
Tyrod Taylor talked about it. They had to spend a lot of time, you know, away from practice, working with Percy Harvin to make sure that he had a better understanding of the body language that Harvin would present. They said that his speed is unique and rare, so being able to adjust to him, it's going to take some time.
4th team in 4 years for Harvin, a Pro Bowler in 2009. 3rd and 5. Taylor from the gun, under pressure. Here's that mobility that they're excited about. Slides close to the 48-yard line. Well short of the first down as that Buffalo possession will stall and the punt team onto the field.
What did they tell us about Tyrod Taylor? He's not a run-first quarterback. But look, pressure, blitzing with Freeman up the middle, and now he tucks it to run. Don't know that I saw him kind of running with his vision down the field looking to buy time and extend the play. He kind of tucked that one and took off running right away.
Colton Schmidt, excellent start to his career last season. 31 punts inside the 20, 2nd most in franchise history. Fair catch signaled by Griff Whalen, one of the backup wide receivers. So a 44-yard punt from Schmidt as they pin Luck back deep when we come back.
Überlegene Technik. Konkurrenzlose Leistung. Ein Auto würdig der Autobahn. Einen Moment. Das ist nicht die Autobahn. Das ist Detroit.
Performance is now an American thing. The new 2016 Chrysler 200, America's import.
We call ourselves the Freedom Hikers.
The Turtle Cove Fin Club.
The Team Jet Runners. What we do is fun.
But so is what comes next.
In fact, what originally brought us together
isn't the only thing that keeps us coming back.
For friends who come together to reach for better, we brew a superior tasting light beer with fewer carbs and calories. Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer.
So you're into fantasy football? Then you gotta check out these new one-week leagues on FanDuel.com. Check out Chris Prince. He's won over $762 grand on FanDuel. There's no season-long commitment, and with brand new leagues every week, you can pick a new team any week and get immediate cash payouts. And look, FanDuel is gonna pay out over $2 billion this year. You've gotta get your share. Right now, for every $1 you deposit, FanDuel will match it up to $200. Just go to FanDuel.com right now and enter promo code PARITY.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find Southwest Airlines fares online only at southwest.com. FanDuel, the leader in one-week fantasy football. And by Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer.
There's that brand new statue of the late owner of the Buffalo Bills, Ralph Wilson, unveiled yesterday. As we welcome you back inside Buffalo, Indianapolis, scoreless, just over 8 minutes to play in this opening quarter. Spiro Dita, Solomon Wilcots First and 10, Luck, quick drop, strikes, second catch for T.Y. Hilton. So dangerous in the flat. Crosses the 20 and forced out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, 16 yards and another first down.
I like the design of this play. They are able to outflank the defense, getting the ball into the hands of the speedy T.Y. Hilton. And see, when you get outside of the defense where you have more blockers than they have defenders, you can get to the next level, create an easy first down for Andrew Luck. I love the way that Luck can also change the tempo of the offense. The guys that we talked to, Spiro, said how much of control he is with this offense as we appear to have someone down on the sideline.
Appears to be an injured Buffalo Bill. We had Corey Graham have to be helped off early on as the trainers have been very busy on that Buffalo sideline.
I've never seen a player challenge Serena the way she did. Matched her play.
I use Twitter for a lot of things, inspiring my teammates.
Hey, Sherman, that guy.
Connecting with the fans. And now, ordering Domino's. Sweet.
Now you can use a tweet to order Domino's.
True luxury is not just a heated and cooled leather seat, or exotic open pore wood, or refined chrome accents. It's the places it will take you. The Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most luxurious vehicle in its class. The most awarded, rewarding SUV ever.
This time, it ain't just about being fast.
The ultimate way to experience
Hell yeah!
the best Fast and Furious
Punch it!
is on Blu-ray High Def.
What's up now?
Furious 7 Extended Edition. Own it on Blu-ray this Tuesday.
I'm back.
William Peterson returns. The Final CSI. CBS September 27.
Well, Corey Graham still being checked out. There is Bakari Rambo, had to be helped off the field going through the concussion protocol. Only have 2 backup healthy safeties on the active roster. There's the other one, Duke Williams, who's on the field now as Rambo continues to be looked at on the sideline. First and 10, Luck under center from the Indianapolis 25. Luck play action, hit on the release, incomplete. Squirted up over the head of T.Y. Hilton. And that Buffalo defense coming with the heat.
Yeah, Rex Ryan said it. They want to get a hit on the quarterback on just about every single play. And they said that even if we don't hit them, they want to create in the mind of the offense and in the mind of the opposing quarterback, Andrew Luck, that we're blitzing on just about every single play. That omnipresent pressure in the mind of the quarterback is what forced the high throw from Andrew Luck.
You see the punishment that Luck took last year, most hits in the NFL. Second and 10. Luck from the gun, near side throw, it's caught. And now they say he was out of bounds. It's Dante Moncrief, the second-year man. So the reception is made, but stepped out of bounds right after the catch.
Well, the protection held up, but can't say enough about the timing of this route. When Moncrief came out of his break, he turned around. Luck had already thrown the ball, even when his back was turned to the quarterback. But when he turned around, the ball was right there. Just enough time for him to have a moment of separation from Stephon Gilmore to make that catch. And looks like Rex Ryan may want to take a look at it. He believed the receiver had went out of bounds. I think he even threw the red flag to challenge whether or not it was a reception.
Now that first look at the replay appeared as though
Buffalo's challenge
out of bounds. So Rex Ryan and Buffalo will challenge. They'll take a look. 7:27 left in this opening quarter. Bills and Colts still scoreless.
True luxury is not just a heated and cooled leather seat, or exotic open pore wood, or refined chrome accents. It's the places it will take you. The Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most luxurious vehicle in its class. The most awarded, rewarding SUV ever.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I have DirecTV.
And I'm really high-voice Peyton Manning, and I have cable.
Only DirecTV lets you watch NFL Sunday Ticket games live on all your devices.
With cable, I can't do that. It's like...
I get to take all the games with me.
I sing with the Four Tunesmen. Downtown ladies sing this song, doo-dah.
Don't be like this, me. Get NFL Sunday Ticket only on DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
This is about more than work. It's about growing a community. Every day, across the country, the highly skilled, highly trained members of the IBEW are committed to doing the job right, doing the job safe, and doing the job on time. Because while we might be experts in our field, we're also your friends and neighbors. IBEW, the power professionals in your neighborhood.
Catch the Hawaii Five-0 season premiere, CBS Friday, September 25th.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon. Watch live primetime games with NFL Mobile only on Verizon. And by the awarded, rewarding Jeep Grand Cherokee.
After reviewing the play, it's an incomplete pass. The first foot to land on the ground was out of bounds. Therefore, it's an incomplete pass. 3rd and 10, the 25-yard line, right hash. The game clock will start on the snap. Buffalo is not charged with the timeout.
All right, let's bring in our NFL officiating expert from New York, Mike Carey. Mike, take us through that play.
All right, guys, what you have here is one of those classic catch, no catch. In order to have a catch, you have to have complete control of the ball. Moncrief got one foot down, his right foot, and then before his left foot hits, he hits out of bounds again with his right foot, making that automatically incomplete.
All right, Mike, so that challenge from Ryan pays off. It's 3rd and 10 as you see Luck's early numbers. Bills coming with the blitz. Luck under duress. His pass incomplete off the hand of Frank Gore. And once again, the Colts forced to punt.
I tell you what, if Frank Gore catches this ball, Spiro, he's going to have a big play here. Now, Luck's got to take something off of it because Gore's so close to him, and it's thrown high. He's under duress, under pressure. Look at the white jerseys closing in. But if he hits him, he's going to go a long way, and that's going to be a first down. He throws it early, throws it high, is actually tipped by one other Colts player before the ball even arrived in the vicinity of Frank Gore.
McAfee's punt. Booming kick fielded by Thigpen. He's going to play it from inside the 30, and he takes a smack. 48-yard punt, 7 yards on the return. Bjorn Werner, the backup outside linebacker, leading the charge for Indianapolis.
A better network, as explained by backup quarterback Luke McCown.
Verizon has backup generators for most of their towers, so they're ready if the power ever goes down. I wonder why they save those backups and not just put them in the regular rotation. I bet if they just had the chance, some of those backups would really shine.
No matter what happens, a reliable network has your back.
Marcia, what happened?
Peter hit me in the nose with a football.
No, sweetheart.
Shut up!
Marcia, eat a Snickers.
Why?
You get a little hostile when you're hungry. Better? Better.
Marcia, Marcia, Marcia. Winning's important. You want to be a winner? You got to bring it up deep down inside. We are Notre Dame.
A season with Notre Dame football. New series Tuesdays at 10, only on Showtime.
True luxury is not just a heated and cooled leather seat, or exotic open pore wood, or refined chrome accents. It's the places it will take you. The Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most luxurious vehicle in its class. The most awarded, rewarding SUV ever.
Whenever the wind chill's below zero,
We got to play.
Who's all in?
You better love this game if you're playing in Maryland.
Football Town, a special 1-hour series premiere, September 22nd at 9 on NFL Network.
You are watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
Well, LeSean McCoy already making plenty of new friends here in Western New York since joining the Bills. His Shades of Gray Foundation hosting their 3rd annual charity softball game in Rochester. His teammates, his head coach Rex Ryan, all taking part. McCoy talked to us on Friday about losing his grandmother to ALS, Mary Branch, and what a moment for him as they try to raise money for an incredible cause. And here is McCoy on 1st and 10. And if you're Tyrod Taylor, those butterflies that had to be the size of helicopters, Solomon, have to start to settling down at this point.
Yeah, but he's relying on a guy like LeSean McCoy, and you talked about his charity, his foundation. I think it's representative of most of the players in our league, their ability to give back in their communities in a very exceptional way. It happens more times than not.
This is 2nd and 7, little trickery. Harvin on the end around. 1st down run, crosses the 45 ahead to nearly the 47. Mike Adams, who was a Pro Bowler last season, on the tackle, 9 yards as they move the chains.
This is Greg Roman coming around this way, creating ways to get the ball in the hands of so many playmakers now on this offense. They struggled to score points 1 year ago, averaging only 18 points per game. One of the things that many of the players have talked about, Greg Roman has an answer for everything that he sees from the opposing defense and still find ways to get the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Play action from Taylor on 1st and 10. Near side pass, it's caught. That's the tight end, Charles Clay. Penalty markers fly. Clay taking guys on. 3 tacklers to bring him to the turf. 15-yard pass play as we await the call from referee John Parry.
Personal foul, chop block, number 85. The tackle lured, 85 went low. By rule, that's a 15-yard penalty. We'll replay. 1st down.
Let's get you an update to New York, JB and Boomer.
Boomer's not a wide receiver, but how about Solomon Wilcots? Where's the safety on this play? Travis Kelce, tight end on the Kansas City Chiefs. His 2nd touchdown reception of the day. Kansas City goes up 14-0 as they are in Houston. You talk about the school of hard knocks. I think the Houston Texans are getting schooled right now.
Solomon would have been there, right, Boomer?
Hey,
Spiro and Solly.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, you make a mistake on the back end in the secondary, the referee is usually holding up 2 hands signaling a touchdown.
So the pass play to Clay negated a moment ago. Clay on that catch. Pick up 5. And this was another point of emphasis, Sally, in the rule book over the offseason, the chop block.
Yeah, take a look at number 85, Charles Clay. See, right there, that, you know what, I think that's actually legal. You can chop him because he wasn't engaged with one of the other offensive linemen. And I think when the officials explained it, it said that he was engaged, and you can see clearly he was not there. That was, in my mind, a legal block by Charles Clay.
So a tough call for Buffalo to take. Clay coming over from Miami. A clear upgrade at that tight end position. 2nd and 20. The escapability of Taylor. And that pass incomplete. Off the hands of the fullback, Jerome Felton, another offseason acquisition after spending the last 3 years in Minnesota.
How about Greg Minuski, defensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts? Look, they're bringing everything at Tyrod Taylor, trying to speed up his process, trying to make him a little uneasy and get him on the run, and it forces the high throw to Felton, the intended fullback on that play. So Minuski's playing his chess match as well. He understands he's going up against a very young, inexperienced quarterback in Tyrod Taylor, and they're going to try to force him to make mistakes.
Colts playing without Robert Mathis, who's not played since tearing the Achilles almost a year ago to the day. 3rd and 20, Harvin trying to get close to midfield. Well short of the 1st down marker, needed to get to the Colts 43. There was talk, Solomon, that Mathis would try to play today. They decided pre-kick that he would sit. And so they have to play another game without their best defensive player.
Yeah, Mathis brings so much to this defense, a certain energy and obviously his ability to put pressure on the quarterback. You don't have to blitz as much when he's in the lineup.
Second punt for Colton Schmidt. And Philip Dorsett standing back at around his own 10. Good looking kick from Schmidt. And a fair catch by Dorsett. 46-yard punt as Andrew Luck and Indianapolis coming back onto the field.
This is the fantasy football season that could change it all. DraftKings.com is the one-week fantasy football destination. Compete whenever you want with a new season every week. Try it free. Just pick your sport, pick your players, and pick up another win. Get free entry with promo code TURF in our championship event this Sunday. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Get to DraftKings.com.
130 yards now. Bill's got a very tough lie here. Looks like we have some sort of sea monster in the water hazard here. I believe that's a kraken, Bruce. It looks like he's going to go with the 9-iron. That may not be enough club. Well, he's definitely going to lose his stroke on this hole.
If you're a golf commentator, you whisper. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
This golf course is electric.
Hi, I'm Randy Moss, and I have DirecTV. And I'm Petite Randy Moss, and I have cable.
Only DirecTV's NFL Sunday Ticket lets you watch your favorite team every Sunday, no matter where you live.
I just moved here. I can't watch my favorite team.
I love that I can watch all my old teams like I'm still back there.
And I hate it when they put the Fruity Munch on the top shelf.
Don't be like this, me. Get NFL Sunday Ticket, only on DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Week 1 of the NFL continues later today on CBS, and for those of you on Fox, then later tonight, Sunday Night Football on NBC, and tomorrow a double dip Monday Night Football on ESPN, Minnesota and San Francisco wrapping it up. Spiro Dita, and Will Kotz, our producer Ryan Galvin, Andy Goldberg, our director, rest of our CBS crew from Ralph Wilson Stadium. You see the average start so far. Indianapolis pinned back deep. Up against it here, 1st and 10 from their own 8.
They're trying to communicate.
Luck's going to throw it. Far side, it's caught. T.Y. Hilton, multiple catches already, gets close to the 20, 12-yard pass play, and another Colts first down.
Well, he did a good job of communicating to the offensive line how to pick up in terms of setting the protection. Andrew Luck, very smart. Right now it's a chess match between he and Rex Ryan and this defense, because they're going to come after him, Spiro, on just about every single play. Even when it doesn't look like they're blitzing, they're sending someone to try to get a free runner to the quarterback.
Third catch for Hilton for 39 yards. 1st and 10, Luck from the gun. Bills coming on the blitz, and that pass is incomplete. Solomon, you mentioned as we get a penalty marker on the field, pressure coming from Jerry Hughes.
Holding, offense, number 83, 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's Dwayne Allen, and those penalties now starting to pile up for Indianapolis.
Yeah, they're having a tough time not only identifying who they need to pick up, but actually manning up and being able to block every single defender that Rex Ryan is sending towards Andrew Luck. So we talked about it being a chess match. It's a mental process as much as it is a physical challenge. And so Andrew Luck, the offensive line, tight ends, running backs, everyone has to be dialed in to picking up these blitzers who are coming after the quarterback.
1st and 20 after the penalty. Door split out at the top of your screen, and that pass for Hilton incomplete. As that Buffalo defense holding steady. Nickel Roby, their nickel cornerback, breaking it up.
Well, Nickel Roby, he understands that when you're blitzing, it's a 3-step drop, see, ball comes out, and you can jump every single pass in that scenario. This is simply Nickel Roby trusting his blitzing defense that they're going to get there, forcing the early throw from Andrew Luck. And you know what? You can steal a pass. You can get interceptions playing behind this defensive front for the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, you know that Buffalo is coming here. Andrew Luck last season, statistically, the best quarterback in the NFL against the blitz. 2nd and 20. Luck just outside his own end zone, near side of the field. It's caught. Hilton for the first down.
You got to love this. Andrew Luck, I got to tell you, his ability to just move ever so slightly, and then watch. He'll come here, but look at the vision down the field. Steps up and climbs the pocket, and he finds T.Y. Hilton on the perimeter working against Stephon Gilmore.
30-yard pass play. Luck's going to take another shot. It's intercepted. Picked off Ronald Darby. Lots of real estate in front of him as Andrew Luck on the tackle. And look who's out to greet Darby. It's Rex Ryan. 28 yards on the return from Darby. And now a late penalty marker comes in on the near side.
Darby has the speed to stay with a faster T.Y. Hilton in space. Works to his advantage.
Darby making the start for the injured Leotis McKelvin. And what a start in his NFL debut.
The ruling on the field is an interception. After the interception, personal foul. Buffalo number 55. 15-yard penalty, 1st and 10.
Jerry Hughes whistled for the penalty.
Well, what you have is you have T.Y. Hilton. He's going to be lined up top, and he's going to go deep. And then you have Andrew Luck is trying to get it there. Now watch how the ball just kind of hangs, but the speed of Darby allows him to get on that upfield shoulder. Now watch him recover and go snatch the ball, cutting underneath, and T.Y. Hilton's got to contest for the ball. He keeps drifting, but you know Luck, he'll come seeking you, turns into a linebacker whenever he throws that interception. But he's got to get, I think he's got to have his wide receiver. T.Y. Hilton has to contest for the ball so much better than we saw on that play.
And as great as Luck has been over the first 3+ years of his career, Solomon, he's not been great in season openers, just 1 and 2 through his first 3 years. That's the 6th interception that he has thrown in season opening games. And what a moment for Ronald Darby.
Did you see the speed by Darby on that play? I thought T.Y. Hilton had a step on him, and I got to believe that Andrew Luck thought that his guy would come down with the ball. And on there for just a little bit, but Darby had the speed. Watch him close. See, he's beat right now. But see how he just drives to that upfield shoulder at the last minute. He jumps and times it underneath. You talk about winning 50-50 balls. Wide receivers got to contest for the ball when in the air. That time, Ron Darby came down with it. He won the 50-50 jump and come down with the ball play.
Darby, the 2nd-round pick out of Florida State. He was a member of that 2014 national championship team. Buffalo forced to burn a timeout. That'll be their first as the play clock was winding down. Well, don't miss the new season premiere of TV's #1 comedy on its new night, The Big Bang Theory, Monday, September the 21st, right here on CBS. What a way to start this season. Indianapolis among the favorites to come out of the AFC, led by Chuck Pagano, their 4th-year head coach. Tumultuous offseason for him after the way that their season ended last January. That 45-7 defeat to New England in the AFC Championship team, and right now they're dealing with this Buffalo defense.
Yeah, they are really slamming the door shut right now on Frank Gore in the run game of the Colts, providing enough pressure on Andrew Luck to turn those pressures into picks on the back end, creating turnovers.
Charles Clay, the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, this is LeSean McCoy. Close to the 33, maybe to the 34. McCoy last season, his 3rd Pro Bowl appearance, 1,300 yards. 3rd best Solomon in the NFL. And he told us, look, he's accomplished everything at this stage of his career. All he cares about is winning a championship.
Yeah, he said he wants to win that championship. But, you know, he's one of those guys that understand that his productivity and the numbers that he can produce within the offense gives them an excellent chance to get closer to winning that championship.
2nd and 9, Taylor. Inside pass, it's McCoy. Crosses the 35, close to the 36. Well, since 2010, McCoy in all-purpose yards. Solomon second among all players in the league at over 8,000. He can burn you so many ways.
Well, he's had more touches than any running back in the National Football League over the last 2 years, having played in that Chip Kelly offense. Even when Andy Reid was the coach there in Philadelphia, they found ways to get the ball in his hands, whether he's running it or catching it. And I think you'd expect the same here in Greg Roman's offense here in Buffalo.
There were doubts whether he'd be ready today, dealing with that hamstring injury since mid-August. That pass on 3rd and 5, bobbled and caught. Robert Woods, who dealt with his own injury in the preseason, that hip. First down, hook up for 16 yards.
Well, they talk about the intelligence of the quarterback, Tyrod Taylor. Look at the vision. He's not looking to run. He stayed with it, was able to get it to Robert Woods, who did bobble it, but it was a really good 3rd down play. You could see Tyrod Taylor staying in the pocket, allowing the receivers to be able to make some plays.
First ever start for Tyrod Taylor, the 50-year quarterback and former 6th-round pick of the Ravens back in 2011. First catch of the day for Woods. Taylor so far 6 of 7 for 61 yards. McCoy tripped up. That's the 3rd run that they have dropped him for a loss, and the 2nd one from that man, Kendall Langford, and they are dealing with a lot of pressure on his shoulders, all the injuries up front.
Watch Langford. He knifes right in, is able to make this play. That was just incredible. His ability to beat Sontrail Henderson, knifing in under the make a play. We've seen, of course, Kendall Langford make a play earlier in this game of that same variety, where he's able to create negative yards by getting penetration into the backfield.
Langford coming over from St. Louis, signing that free agent deal. Lost Art Jones for the season with an ankle injury. Major loss in the preseason, as Buffalo will have to burn its 2nd time out. Clearly some kind of miscommunication. Game clock at 9 seconds left in the quarter. And these are some of the growing pains, Solomon, that Rex Ryan and his offensive coordinator Greg Roman know that they'll have to deal with a guy making his first start.
Yeah, it's also, I think, part of, the coach's first time out as well, in terms of a regular season game, new coordinator, head coaches, and you've got to get those play calls from the booth down to the sideline, from the sideline out onto the field for the young quarterback. And so, it's a growing process for just about everyone. If you take a look at Greg Roman, he's on the sideline. They have the headset in the helmet of the quarterback, so they've got to be able to communicate those plays to the quarterback and get them in much sooner.
Well, LeSean McCoy, in our meeting with him Friday, talked about the similarities between Roman and Chip Kelly. Says they're both so dynamic in their abilities as offensive coordinators. Taylor's going to take a shot. He's got his man Harvin caught in the end zone for the Buffalo touchdown. 51 yards as Harvin beats Darius Butler.
If you didn't think that Tyrod Taylor could throw it, now you're going to see this here. And that's just Harvin, but watch this throw going outside of the defense. He clearly allows Percy Harvin to run underneath this one. This is a tremendous throw. That's a coverage beater right there. So if you thought that Tyrod Taylor was a run-first quarterback and couldn't sling it, Exhibit A. This guy can make some plays with his arm.
Masterful pass by Taylor, and Percy Harvin doing the rest. 5 plays, 68 yards. First career touchdown pass for Tyrod Taylor. And he does it in incredible fashion. Point after from Dan Carpenter. Perfect. And the Bills on the board first. The interception by the rookie Ronald Darby, and then Harvin, the veteran, introducing himself to Buffalo.
Jet.com is here. The smart way to save on pretty much anything. It's the biggest thing in shopping since the internet.
Shopping in the web? Red.
Jet's bigger than credit cards.
And all you do is sign.
Cash registers.
Where's the money?
Sorcery. It's even bigger than the barter system.
So I'll just give you these pantaloons?
And I'd give you this tiny wooden lady. Introducing Jet.com, the biggest thing in shopping since shopping.
Hello.
At book club, they were asking me what you're doing now, Janice.
Blogging. Your blog is just pictures of you in a mirror.
It's called a fashion blog, Todd. Well, I've been helping people save money with Progressive's discounts. Flo, can you get Janice a job?
You should have stuck to softball. I was so much better at softball than Janice did.
Where's your wife, Todd?
Vacation.
Discounts like homeowners, multi-policy. I got a discount on this ham.
I've got the meat sweats. It's good ham, Diane.
Paperless discounts. Give it a rest, Flo.
Yeah, Flo, give it a rest, Flo.
Hello, residents. This is Angel from Maury.
Congratulations for learning from the best.
Stay focused. I can't do this. Yes, you can.
She's testing us, and I don't think I'm going to pass that test.
Life is measured here in split seconds. Hesitate, and people die.
Percy Harvin providing the pyrotechnics to close out that first quarter. 51-yard touchdown catch and the first touchdown pass for Tyrod Taylor in his 5-year NFL career. 7-0 Buffalo as we begin the second quarter. Spiro Dita, Solomon Wilcots, rest of our CBS crew. Opening Sunday of the NFL season. Two teams with high hopes in the AFC doing battle. Dante Moncrief lost his footing. And watching some of the players, Solomon, warm up in the pregame, it looked like the field was slick. And we saw it right there from Moncrief.
Well, we had a lot of rain yesterday here in Western New York, and even through the night. The one might question whether or not Moncrief should have brought that ball out. And if you're going to bring it out that deep, you better hit it going downhill and use your speed to press upfield.
What a special teams play by Chris Hogan, the number 2 wide receiver. And once again, Andrew Luck with terrible field position to start a drive. You see right here, they'll begin from their own 4 as we start the second. Josh Robinson, the rookie running back, is the lone setback. Luck on 1st and 10. Quick drop. Passes far side. It's caught. That's Moncrief. 32 catches as a rookie last season. The 3rd-round pick out of Mississippi, tackled by Darby.
I think the Bills have found themselves a player in this Ron Darby. You know, he's supposed to back up Leotis McKelvin, who is out of today's game. They're going to start the rookie. We expected the Colts to come after him, but he's not only a speedy player you saw from that tackle, he could be physical as well.
McKelvin still nursing his return from the fractured ankle that he sustained last November. 2nd and 4 from just inside the 10. Buffalo coming on the blitz. Luck airs it out near side. Nearly picked again. Right through the hands of Stephon Gilmore. And Buffalo fans wondering how he dropped that interception.
Yeah, you know, we talk about offensive players, whether it's a running back or receiver, when they drop the ball, we know they're leaving plays on the field. Well, here, I think Stephon Gilmore, you're leaving a play on the field. Rex Ryan's already holding his hands up. It happened right in front of him. He's got to come down with that ball because he's going to give his offense great field position and a chance to put more points on the board.
Low snap. Luck fields on 3rd and 4, and that pass is caught. What a play.
Wow.
And what a pass. Andre Johnson with his first catch as a Colt. 8 yards and an Indy first down.
I got to believe when you're in tough situations like this, as you see Andre Johnson knifing underneath Ron Darby to make that play, he needed to get in front of the defender to make the play. Now we see they come back very quickly and getting the ball to the tight end, Dwayne Allen, in the flat.
So many weapons at Luck's disposal, and Andre Johnson, by the way, has now caught a pass, Solomon, from 11 different quarterbacks over his career. That ties him for 5th among active wide receivers.
You can see how it's gone today for the Indianapolis Colts. Only 3 rushing plays, 16 pass plays. They've got to be able to rely on the run game, balance the thing out a little bit more. If you can run it on this Bills defense, They've got to stack the box. It gives you single coverage on the outside. So going to have to balance it up a little bit for the offensive play caller, Pep Hamilton.
Play clock down to 1. 2nd and 7. Look, 6.
Well, they send everyone. Look at, you've got linebackers, you got defensive linemen. Look, they crowd the line of scrimmage, and Aaron Williams, the safety, 23, he's pressuring. And then Preston Brown, Nigel Bradham, the 2 inside linebackers getting home on the play as well. They did a really good job of speeding up the clock of Andrew Luck. The protection broke down up front. I think Luck just did a really good job of holding on to the ball, not turning it over, Spiro. Now they're faced with 3rd and long. What they cannot risk here, if you're the coach, is turning over the football.
Well, Rex Ryan said that Luck would have to pick himself up off the turf a few times. And that's exactly been the case till this point. Colts will take a timeout, down 7 on CBS.
2 most significant events of the 20th century. The Allies win the war, and this.
What you make isn't supposed to be the best part of you when you're a father. That's what's supposed to be the best part of you.
Steve, it's time.
Steve Jobs, rated R, in select theaters October 9th.
This football season, we get anything we want. Any toppings, any specialty, any large Pizza Hut pizza for just $10.
If only this could last forever. But it won't. Now until September 27th, bring home the flavor with a $10 any carryout deal. Only at Pizza Hut. Hut.
Where you were born says a lot about who you are. This place says cold and refreshing. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
Boss, can you hear me?
He's crashing.
Time to dance, Agent Gibbs.
John Cryer comes to the NCIS season premiere. Then get ready for even bigger cases in the Big Easy.
That's what I'm talking about.
The season premiere of NCIS New Orleans after NCIS, Tuesday, September 22nd.
Oh, your weekend starts here with Thursday Night Football on CBS and NFL Network. In our debut, Peyton Manning and the Broncos face off against Alex Smith and the Chiefs right here on your home for Super Bowl 50, CBS Sports. And what a start for Kansas City, up right now in Houston, Solomon, 17-6 as they play in the second quarter.
Great way to kick off our Thursday night coverage with 2 quarterbacks that you know can put up some huge numbers. I don't think Peyton Manning's done at all. I know everyone wants to write him off, Spiro, but wait and see. He'll still put up big numbers in 2015.
3 straight division titles for the Denver Broncos. 3rd and 10 for Luck. He'll work from the shotgun. Colts pick up the blitz. Luck more athletic than people give him credit for, and right there, able to cross the 30. A penalty flag is thrown. It's a first down run if it stands, but boy, these penalties against the Colts have just been so huge in this first half.
Holding, offense, number 74, 10-yard penalty, replay, 3rd down.
Oh, Anthony Costanzo, he literally tackles Jerry Hughes, number 55. His former teammate had once played for the Colts, and watch Hughes come off the top of your screen right here. He comes underneath, but then see him? Watch him tackle him to the ground as he's coming in, barreling in on Andrew Luck. Got the arm wrapped around his waist, drags him to the ground, but the officials caught it.
Hughes, the former first-round pick of the Colts, his career renaissance began here in Buffalo. Multiple sacks for Hughes each of the last 2 years. 3rd and 20. This is T.Y. Hilton. Crosses the 15. The catch and run takes him to the 18-yard line. Nigel Bradham on the tackle after a pickup of 8. And that Indianapolis punt team that has been busy back onto the field as this Buffalo defense, Solomon, holding firm in this first half.
Well, they're doing a good job of what we call disguise, deceive, and disrupt. That's what they're doing to this offensive line for the Indianapolis Colts. They're disguising their coverages. They're deceiving the protection scheme and disrupting everything Andrew Luck wants to do on offense.
Third punt for the All-Pro punter, Pat McAfee. And Marcus Thigpen watches it bounce out of bounds just inside that 35-yard line. 48-yard punt from McAfee. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Hi, I'm Andrew Luck, and I have DirecTV. And I'm out-of-control beard Andrew Luck, and I have cable. Only NFL Sunday Ticket has the Fantasy Zone channel. It's all things fantasy, all in one place. With cable, I have to watch the game here and get fantasy stats here. Fantasy Zone takes you player to player live, so you see everything as it happens. I happen to not be wearing a shirt. Don't be like this me. Get NFL Sunday Ticket, only on DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Putting your finances in order. It's one of the best ways to start planning for retirement. At Voya, we can help you organize your savings and investments. So when the time comes, you'll have that orange money set aside for all the things you want to do. Like taking that road trip, volunteering, or simply spoiling your grandkids. Isn't that what it's all about? Start today, be ready tomorrow. Get organized at Voya.com.
Hey, honey.
You did it again.
What?
Yeah, where's the fence?
The fence is missing?
What? Where is it?
Baby, I had to. The fence worked great last week. We got on the Jumbotron. Let's go.
Just bring it back.
We're good. Let's go.
How much do we love football?
Go Cardinals.
You have no idea. Hyundai is now an official sponsor of the NFL.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV. McDonald's, teaming up with the NFL like never before. And by Voya Financial, changing the way you think of retirement.
Seven 0 Buffalo in front of 71,000 plus here at Ralph Wilson Stadium. A 51-yard touchdown strike between Tyrod Taylor and Percy Harvin, the difference on the final play of that first quarter. Clay in motion, 1st and 10 from just inside the 34. Taylor, play action, has time, slings it over the middle. It's caught inside Colts territory. LeSean make it to Charles Clay. The ball came loose. It's a 28-yard pass play, and Buffalo will retain possession. So, Solomon, that was a live football, and Clay able to fall on it.
Yeah, and Clay is able to shake loose in coverage. Take a look at him coming off the right side of your screen. Tyrod Taylor does a wonderful job of really throwing the receiver open. Look at him finding the open space. And Clay's got to do a better job of making sure he secures the ball. If you're going to get back up, you got to make sure you hold on to the football.
Second catch for Clay, 33 yards, 1st and 10. Here's McCoy.
Wow.
Making a miss. Look at that juke step move. Just put his cleat in the turf and bounce to the outside. Darius Butler forces him out of bounds. Didn't show any ill effects from that hammy on that play. 7-yard run.
Look at this. He had him dead to rights in the backfield. He's able to shake loose from one defender at point-blank range. We talk about making defenders miss in a phone booth. Not a lot of space. And LeSean McCoy has proven over the course of his career he can shake the best of defenders to be able to create productivity running the football. That was an excellent run.
McCoy putting him in a blender. Just 2 years removed from his NFL rushing crown in 2013. On 2nd and 3, McCoy inches closer to that first down marker. Appears to have enough. Another Buffalo first down. Salmon, how impressed have you been with Taylor and so far this Buffalo offense?
Very impressed. And he's everything that we heard about in terms of what the coaches and his teammates told us, that he's a guy that doesn't look to run first, that he can make plays with his arms. He can read the defense, and he's going to work his progression. I think that's what we've seen from him. And then what a big-time throw for a touchdown to Harvin.
Booby Dixon giving McCoy a blow. And Dixon going backwards as he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage at around the 31. A loss of 3. Eric Walton on the tackle. Well, if one pill can make you a genius, what would you do? Don't miss the season premiere of Limitless, Tuesday, September the 22nd, only CBS.
You know, Spiro, coming into the 2015 season, I had the Bills as one of those teams that you kind of felt they were just a quarterback away from really being a contending team to win a division title and maybe go into the playoffs. And they've been waiting for a player like Tyrod Taylor to show up for quite some time.
Where does Taylor go here on 2nd and 13? That pass is incomplete. Excellent coverage on the play, Jonathan Newsom. As we take another look.
You know, it's not easy for a big guy like Newsom to stay with someone like LeSean McCoy in space, but boy, that's great coverage. I think he was fortunate because he was playing blind there with his back to the quarterback, but as he made contact with McCoy, the ball had just arrived, and the officials, I think, did the right thing by keeping their flag in the pocket.
There is Newsom, 5th-round pick in 2014. Karlos Williams, the 3rd Bills running back on the field. The rookie Taylor takes the snap, finds the edge, cuts back, and here showing his versatility as he dances inside the 25, brought down by Jarrell Freeman, 8 yards on the run. As Rex Ryan will send out his field goal unit for the first time today.
Yes, I'm sorry, Spiro, but that's the kind of play you'll get from Greg Roman. Something nifty, some unique way. Remember Rex Ryan talked about it, said that Greg Roman finds a way to run the football in multiple ways. He said a lot of coordinators, they try to find multiple ways to throw the football. That one of the unique things about Greg Roman, he has a multiple running scheme, and you saw on that play, very creative, getting Tyrod Taylor on the perimeter of the defense.
41-yard attempt from Carpenter. Last year, 34 field goals made, a franchise record, as the Bills tack on 3 and build on their lead. 10-0, 7 and change left before halftime on CBS.
What are people going to think of our new buttermilk crispy chicken? Let's find out.
It's probably the best sandwich I've ever had. It's super crispy, but it's also really juicy.
So would you guys come back? Yep. Yeah. Most definitely. Well, here's our car. The location is on the back. It's McDonald's? What? What?
Oh, get out of here. Wait, seriously?
Try some buttermilk crispy chicken. It's right around the corner at McDonald's. Buttermilk.
FanDuel has definitely changed my Sundays. It's made it a lot more interesting.
FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues are paying $75 million a week with immediate cash payouts and no commitment.
I've deposited a total of $35 on FanDuel and won over $2 million.
Just choose a league, pick your team, and get your cash winnings after Monday night.
It's like the best adrenaline rush ever.
Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code MIDDLE.
You listen good, because I'm only going to say this once.
Jimmy, when did you get out of Alcatraz?
That's nearly 10 years ago.
Wonderful to have you back in the neighborhood.
You're going to hear a lot of nasty things about me. It's pure fiction. Do not assume what you do not know.
Black Mass, rated R. Tickets now on sale. In theaters September 18th.
Well, fans, it's not too late to play NFL.com Fantasy. Join Draft and Play from anywhere with the new and improved mobile app. Sign up for free at NFL.com/fantasy. There is Jim Kelly, a beloved sports hero here in Buffalo. His highly publicized bout with cancer looks as good as ever. And so good to see him here in person at Ralph Wilson Stadium. Spiro Dita, Solomon Wilcots, rest of our CBS crew, Jordan Gay. With a kick, this will be fielded by Tyler Varga from deep in his own end zone. Crosses the 15, out past the 20, and what a return by the rookie running back Varga. 30 yards on the run back, and the best field position that Andrew Luck has had today. Time now for the Wisdom of Solomon, Week 1.
What is the 30-year anniversary of that great 1985 Chicago Bear defense? Its architect was Rex Ryan's father, Buddy Ryan, and they were number one at just about everything. Yards allowed. Number one with 34 interceptions and abusing the opposing quarterback. And now Bills head coach Rex Ryan has challenged his defense here in Buffalo to become the greatest defense in the history of the game. They're chasing destiny, and that's really what he's coaching. He's laid it out in front of them. He believes they have the talent to be that good.
One thing he said he learned from his pop, among many things, always have the threat of the blitz, and he certainly has that here with the Bills. Wow. 1st and 10 as that defense coming with the thunder yet again. Preston Brown laying a hat on him.
Wow, this is Preston Brown. Watch him coming through, knifing through, laying a lick on Frank Gore. And Gore is as tough as they come. But Brown letting them know that the Bills defense is trying to be as good as that Chicago Bears defense was 30 years ago.
Brown, the 2nd-round pick in 2014. Make it 3rd round, 2nd among all rookies last season with over 100 tackles behind only Baltimore's C.J. Mosley. 2nd and 10, play clock down to 1. They didn't get it off. Or could this be an encroachment penalty against
Outside,
Buffalo?
Defense, number 55. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Solomon, that was awfully close. They get Jerry Hughes coming across early.
You know, this defense is so aggressive, but you've got to be able to hold your water there. Just watch the ball if you're Jerry Hughes. No reason to jump there and give the Indianapolis Colts a break there by jumping off sides.
After the penalty, they mark it just inside the 30. 2nd and 5 as Luck surveys that defense. Frank Gore split out at the top of your picture. Luck, as time completes over the middle, that's Hilton for his 6th reception of the day. 1st down hookup as they pick up 6.
Oh, that's all this offense needs for Andrew Luck to kind of get some rhythm going. Right now it's raining. Remember when Chuck Pagano came in, met with us last night, he said, is it going to stop raining? He understood that, you know, this game is really about his quarterback making plays, and the rain falling here at Ralph Wilson Stadium doesn't make it any easier.
First carry for the rookie running back Josh Robinson, the 6th-round pick out of Mississippi State. Bradham on the tackle. Robinson, one of a number of players who went down in that last preseason game. Solomon, he had a concussion. Just under 2,000 yards rushing in his 3 years in college. And they are very thin behind Frank Gore at running back. We know that Vic Ballard was ruled out today. The hamstring. Boom Herron lost in that final preseason game to a shoulder injury. He's out for the season. Not much behind Gore. Another penalty marker thrown. 2nd and 9. This one caught over the middle. That's Andre Johnson for 7 yards. And now we'll await the penalty call from our referee, John Parry.
Now you see all the Indianapolis Colts players pointing to the Buffalo Bills. Right now, the Bills are playing so well defensively, they can ill afford to, give Andrew Luck in this offense a break by creating mistakes and penalties.
There's 2 fouls on the play. They'll offset. Holding. Defense. Number 53. Illegal formation. Offense. Number 77. They'll offset. Replay. 2nd down.
That's Nigel Bradham.
Number 75.
And Jack Newhart for Indianapolis. So 2nd and 8. Penalties offset. 5:28 to play. 2nd quarter. Is Indianapolis offense so prolific last year? 6th in the NFL in scoring, just under 29 per game. Looking for their first points, down 10-0. Robinson stays on the field. The lone setback on 2nd and 8. Luck under pressure, fires incomplete. Intended for Moncrief. Coverage on the play by Gilmore. It'll be 3rd and 8 coming up.
This is great coverage by Stephon Gilmore. He's just sitting in the hip pocket of Dante Moncrief. Now watch him knife in with his right arm. Is able to get under the receiver and distract Moncrief just enough to be able to pry that ball loose. We talked about the defensive backs here in Buffalo. To me, I think they are the last piece to make them a great defense, their ability to play well on the back end, come up with timely turnovers with the pressure provided up front, they ought to make a lot of plays.
Lost Corey Graham earlier. His return questionable. That pass is caught. Moncrief had to reach back for it, and he is wrestled to the floor by Bakari Rambo. 15 yards and another ending first down.
Yeah, and Gilmore, he gambles here over to the right side of the field. Now watch Rambo, 30, makes the tackle. If he stays with it, he'll get him on the ground. But if he would have been maybe distracted for one moment, Rambo, then I think the receiver's going to break loose, and Moncrief could have had himself a touchdown.
At the moment, only 2 backup safeties on that Buffalo active roster, Duke Williams and Bakari Rambo, after Graham left the game early in the first quarter. Here's Frank Gore taking on tacklers. Crosses the 40, close to the 35. Preston Brown on the tackle, and Salmon, once he gets going downhill, Gore tough to bring down. He picks up 10.
It was just a good trap block. They were able to kick out on Mario Williams. You know, it's such a hard driving defense, that you can have some counter plays, some jokers, and even the trap plays to kick out defenders as they're coming up the line of scrimmage and getting into your backfield. It's going to create some room to run the football inside.
Corey Graham, we're now told, officially out for the rest of this game with a concussion. Second and a short one from the 37. Gore has it and more, and looks like he's upset with himself, just kind of lost his footing. Corbin Bryant on the tackle. 4 yards and a first down.
Now you talk about the aggressive nature of the Bills defense and Rex Ryan. They always want to apply pressure on the quarterback. They'll even blitz the run, but what did the Colts tell us? And Andrew Luck, he said, you know what, they're going to make some plays, but we're going to make some, and when we hit them, we're going to hit them big. So I think the Colts, they're looking to stay patient. They know that this Bills defense, while they're looking to make a play, sometimes they tend to give up a big play.
8th play of the drive that began on their own 25-yard line. See the balance in play calling. 1st and 10. Quick strike over the middle, broken up by Gilmore. Intended for Hilton.
Really good coverage by Stephon Gilmore. Very difficult to stay with T.Y. Hilton on the underneath route. Now watch him come underneath. He's able to bat that ball down. If he stays with it, he may have himself an interception. Gilmore's getting close to being able to make plays, but he's relying on that ball coming out very quickly because he understands that the pressure from his defensive line is immense on Andrew Luck, and Luck's got to get rid of the ball in a hurry.
Gilmore nearly had the pick earlier in the quarter. Luck 1 interception early on in the game as that pass is incomplete. Wasn't even close. Andre Johnson, the intended receiver. And Luck will be faced with a 3rd and 10.
And you say, well, where is Luck going with that ball? He just needed to get rid of it because Mario Williams was bearing down on him. They forgot to block Mario Williams. And if you see Mario coming off the corner unblocked, you Andrew Luck, you better not get caught holding on to the football.
Colts 2 of 5 on 3rd downs, as you can see, faced with a 3rd and 10 here as they continue their search for their first points. Here come the Bills on the blitz. That pass intended for Moncrief, incomplete. And Rex Ryan's defense once again able to get off the field. Mario Butler on the coverage.
Yeah, and see, they're pressuring. Look, you always bring more than they can block. Ball out quick. And Butler's smart enough to know if the ball's going to come out after a 3-step drop by the quarterback, and then he throws it high to Dante Moncrief. It allows Mario Butler to make that play. So right now, this defensive line is just so overwhelming coming up front against the Colts.
52-yard attempt from the ageless one, Adam Vinatieri, and he misses wide right. Rain continuing to come down, tough kicking conditions with that wind. And Vinatieri, something you rarely see, misses wide left. And the reaction from Rex Ryan, 10-0 Buffalo on CBS.
When did leaving work on time become an act of courage? It's time to take back our lives. Can an SUV be your escape vehicle? You have no idea. Introducing the all-new, totally redesigned Hyundai Tucson, the official pace car of living.
A better network as explained by J.J. Watt chopping wood in the middle of the forest. Verizon has the largest 4G LTE network. What does that mean? Well, pretend J.J. Watt is your signal. It means even out here, way out here, you'll find your signal working hard. Really, really hard. Because that's what a strong network does. That and play football. Watch live, local, and primetime games on NFL Mobile, only on Verizon.
New this fall, one family, 4 stories. Grandpa got a funeral for his birthday.
There's room in here for you, too.
The single brother got a date.
You know, he's looking at us and he's crying.
With baggage. His sister has to say goodbye.
Made you a sandwich. I just want you to take it in case you need a snack.
And the other brother got his first bundle of joy.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Honey.
Life in Pieces, Monday, September 21st.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Cialis and by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
10-0 Buffalo. Tyrod Taylor and the Bills offense back onto the field. That pass is caught. Percy Harvin, who had the 51-yard touchdown catch to close the first. And here's Tyrod Taylor's day so far.
Well, he's doing a really good job of managing the offense, getting the ball out of his hands quickly into the hand of his intended receivers. He said he would rely on playmakers. He does that with a 51-yard touchdown strike to Percy Harvin. The speed and the arm talent of Tyrod Taylor is helping this offense go in the early going in Buffalo.
15th starting quarterback for the Bills since Jim Kelly's retirement after the 96 season. That eternal search for a quarterback, and they hope that they have finally found their man as Tyrod Taylor makes his first ever NFL start. Bills will take their final timeout, up 10 as we get to the 2-minute warning.
Why pause a spontaneous moment to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
Let's do fall. Let's turn bright reds, crisp yellows, and plenty of orange into a much cooler yard. Let's do this. Vigoro colored mulch. Get 5 bags for just $10. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Hey, honey.
You did it again.
What?
Yeah, where's the fence?
The fence is missing?
What? Where is it?
Baby, I had to. The fence worked great last week. We got on the Jumbotron. Let's go.
Just bring it back.
We're good. Let's go.
How much do we love football?
Go Cardinals.
You have no idea. Hyundai is now an official sponsor of the NFL.
Hyundai presents the Because Football Moments of the Week.
Baseman! Baseman! Baseman!
Trailing the Patriots in the closing seconds of Super Bowl 49, Seattle's Russell Wilson threw to receiver Ricardo Lockett when New England's Malcolm Butler made the interception that sealed the win and New England's 4th championship. Great moments happen because football. Brought to you by Hyundai.
What if you could remember every experience you've ever had with one pill?
Every time he takes it, he becomes the smartest person in the world.
You're on the verge of a life people can't begin to imagine. You ready to become somebody who matters?
Tyrod Taylor, 9 of 11, 147 yards, including that 51-yard touchdown strike to Percy Harvin. He's got 1 timeout left in his back pocket as we hit the 2-minute mark of this first half. A little miscommunication. Taylor's going to try to make something out of nothing. It appeared as though McCoy Maybe had the wrong read, Solomon, on that play. Henry Anderson, the rookie defensive end, on the tackle.
You know, sometimes you talk about quarterbacks having to go out and make plays. How about that play by Tyrod Taylor? He was able to prevent a disastrous play, what maybe could have been a turnover. He didn't panic. He didn't force the ball into the belly of LeSean McCoy. He took it himself and really just made sure that he possessed the ball and no turnover.
Taylor from the gun on 3rd and 4. Colts coming on the blitz. Taylor eluding the sack and runs for the first down. Still going inside the 30, and Taylor forced out of bounds just shy of the 20. 31 yards on a brilliant rush by Tyrod Taylor.
What did Rex Ryan say about his young quarterback? He said, this kid's got some magic to him. And you can see right here, it's a man coverage, so the defenders had their back to Tyrod Taylor. He recognized it immediately, and that's why he tucked it and took off running, creating a big play.
Taylor, 4 years as Joe Flacco's backup, said that this was by far his best option in free agency. Clear chance at a starting job as McCoy again making guys miss. Multiple penalty markers come in at the end of that play. Once again, here's John Parry.
Holding, offense, number 70, 10-yard penalty, replay, first down.
That's the center, Eric Wood, whistled on the penalty. Coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report, we'll send you to New York. JB, Tony, Bart, Boomer, and Coach Cower with all the latest scores and highlights, as well as a preview of the season debut of Thursday Night Football on CBS and NFL Network. It's all next on the Verizon Halftime Report. 10-0 Buffalo. And one of the better matchups here on this opening Sunday of the NFL season. 1st and 20. Taylor, they just can't seem to get to him. Finally bring him down from the back. But Taylor picks up 5. Solomon, he's so versatile, isn't he? Yeah. Anderson and Butler finally get to him on the tackle.
He is versatile, but you saw right there, he could have just taken off and ran with it and maybe tried to be more aggressive. But he still had his vision down the field. He didn't see anyone open. And of course, he wasn't going to try to force the ball in there, but I love the fact that he tried to remain patient, try to allow time for the receivers to detach from coverage and get open.
2nd and 15. That clock continues to run. Bills have one timeout. And look at Karlos Williams. Bangs into the end zone. 26 yards on the rushing score from the rookie out of Florida State.
You didn't see much of Karlos Williams in preseason. But if you got to look at him on this play, you know why. They spent a high draft pick on 6'1", 230. Now watch him barrel in. Keeps his head up, and then when he gets to the next level, he just pulls away from the defenders. Mike Adams had no shot, so he's a big guy, 230 pounds, but look at the speed to run away from the secondary.
Run defense for Indianapolis suspect over the past couple of seasons as they get burned by the rookie out of FSU, Karlos Williams. One after attempts by Carpenter is good. And it is all Buffalo up 17-0 with 20 seconds left in the half.
Well, this is just guys falling asleep at the second level of the defense. Look, linebackers overrun it. They over pursue. Does Freeman. It cuts back. And look at the block by Sammy Watkins. That was just a really good block against Vontae Davis. And you don't have long runs like this unless your receivers are blocking on the perimeter. Excellent run by Williams. And you can just tell, this Buffalo Bills football team, this is outside the norm. They're great on defense. They now have the weapons at the running back position. Wide receiver, Charles Clay came over by way of free agency at the tight end position. They feel like they have enough. They just needed a quarterback to show up and make big plays, and they're putting a lot of pressure on Andrew Luck as they find themselves staring at a 17-point deficit.
So much excitement around this Bills team after last season, their best record since 2004. Trying to end that 15-year postseason drought. Rex Ryan, as you expected, guaranteed that that drought would end this year. And what a first step they have taken, nearly 1.5 in to their 2015 season. Tyrod Taylor getting into his troops on that Bills sideline.
Well, we said that Andrew Luck was going to have to weather this storm of adversity here today, playing in front of a hostile crowd against one of the top defenses in the National Football League. We didn't know it would get this bad, but this is a tremendous test early in the season for the Indianapolis Colts.
LeSean McCoy talking about Tyrod Taylor, said he's different, so unique. His intelligence at the quarterback position. A young man who has waited for this moment, taking advantage of his first career NFL start. Again, a Verizon halftime report coming up next. We'll send you to New York. JB, Tony, Bart, Boomer, and Coach Cowher standing by. They'll preview the season debut of Thursday Night Football on CBS and NFL Network. All next on the Verizon halftime report. Andrew Luck knew that they would have their hands full here, and that is exactly the case, as they will head into the locker room down 17-0 here in Buffalo. Bills will receive the football to begin the second half. That's the end of the first half. Buffalo in front of the Colts, 17-0. We'll be back with a Verizon halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
Follow the journey of undrafted NFL hopefuls.
I'm just ready to get up there and go show what I can do.
Undrafted, a special premiere, Wednesday at 10 on CBS.
Our babies will be smart and beautiful.
Not to mention imaginary.
It's the event, 8 years in the making, and Monday, September 21st. You're invited.
I believe I'm supposed to carry you across the threshold.
You gonna make it?
I'm okay.
The season premiere of The Big Bang Theory, Monday, September 21st.
NCIS Los Angeles. Catch the season premiere, CBS Monday, September 21st.
This is the game we like to call Follow the Leader. With best fuel economy, best towing, best torque, best payload, and with more people driving Ram trucks than ever before, we've built quite the following. Get a great deal on the best trucks during Ram Truck Month. Lessees of Ford, Chevy, or GMC light-duty pickups get $10,200 in total values on Ram 1500 Outdoorsman Crew Cab in stock the longest.
This is the fantasy football season that could change it all. DraftKings.com is the one-week fantasy football destination. Compete whenever you want with a new season every week. Try it free. Just pick your sport, pick your players, and pick up another win. Get free entry with promo code TURF in our championship event this Sunday. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Get to DraftKings.com.
There are certain kinds of roads built for certain kinds of cars, sweeping you up in a moment of pure driving enjoyment. Just don't get too carried away.